I'm going to share with you 4 of my must-do exercises that I do every day to keep up my hip mobility and strength after 2 hip replacements. If we haven't met yet, my name is Wini, and I'm the creator of the Elevate practice, where we elevate the way you exercise. I'm a few months shy of 60 years old, and I've had 2 hip replacements. One of them was a few years ago, and the other one was 1 month ago. And what I'm going to share with you is what I do to stay strong and mobile and to keep my hips healthy. But please check with your doctor and your physical therapist before you add in any exercises. And what I'm trying to do with this video is share my experience. Because when I had my first hip replacement in 2022, there wasn't that much information for active people with hip replacements. There was a lot of information for people that weren't active and how to get stronger over a hip replacement. But I was already a strength coach. I was already a yoga teacher. So what I did is I did a ton of research. I consulted with physical therapists and, of course, my own surgeon. And I came up with a few really, really good exercises that I continue to do every single day to keep my hips mobile and strong. Now, if you haven't had a hip replacement, they're still super fabulous exercises because they keep your hips and glutes mobile and strong. I'm going to show you the exercises and how I do them, and please see how they feel for you. If you've just had a hip replacement, it might be too much. But if it's been a while, these might be the perfect exercises for you to get back into the swing of strengthening and mobilizing your hips. The first exercise I do always, 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 is a quadruped exercise, also known as an alternate arm and leg. I'm on all fours and I extend one leg out and one arm out, and then I lift both. So what this does is that it builds balance and mobility in my body. And a lot of times after a hip replacement, that balance factor, unless you work on it consistently over time, and I'll make a whole nother video about balance, is that we don't have the balance. So a simple exercise like this, on all fours, extending one leg and one arm and coming up and holding it, is so essential. And even for my friends that haven't had a hip replacement but think you might need it, that's the kind of exercise that will really help build body awareness, core strength, and balance. The second exercise that I do, and I do these every day, is part of what I call a hip fluency routine. Now, my students know all about hip fluency because to me, when we say you're fluent in something, it means you can communicate a language, and you want to be fluent in your hips. So in other words, you want to be able to talk to your hips. Hey, hips, get stronger, but you also want to listen or to hear what your hips are saying to you, like, hey, that's too much, that's too little, or that feels good. And part of my hip fluency routine, and I think this one is so super fabulous, is that we start off on all fours, but then we go into something called an asymmetrical table. So if this is table, I'm down on one side. So what this does is it gets the pressure off of my upper body so I can really just focus on my hips, my glutes, my lower body. So I'm leaning to one side, and then I'm going to take my right leg out to the side. We call this often a hydrant pose. And you want to keep your knee in line with your hip. Then you come down. What makes it too easy is if you start to take it back a little bit. You want to truly take it out to the side. So this is one of the fabulous exercises that I do to stay strong, to keep strong after 2 hip replacements. And I do that one 8 times on each side. And there are other ones that I do, but that's the one I really want you to start with, to experiment with, to see how it feels. The third exercise I do is a bridge. And I love these because these can be adapted and adjusted for many, many levels. You lie down on your back. Your feet are a little bit wider than hip width apart. The arms are out to the side, and you want to keep a neutral spine. So a neutral spine means that we're not rounding. Can you see how I'm rounding right now? But your back is in its lengthened, extended state. You push into your heels and you come up into the bridge. Now I'm going to move my arms so you can see. So my back is long. I'm gently tightening my glutes and I'm pushing into my heels. This is a basic bridge, works on hip mobility and glute strength, which is super essential. And if you haven't done anything like this for a while, this might be challenging, so you come up a little bit less. You focus on pressing into your heels, but then you come down. Now, once you're proficient in this, the fourth exercise, which I just love, is a one-legged bridge. So you take one leg up, you point the toe, your hips are level, your arms are down, you push into that right heel, and then you come up. And what I like to do is just focus on keeping my hips level, pointing that toe, and doing about 8 repetitions on each side. But when you're first starting out, it might be 1 repetition on each side. Again, you push into the heel that's on the floor, and then you come up, and then you come down. So those are my 4 must-do exercises that I do every single day to stay strong and mobile at almost age 60 and after 2 hip replacements. If you'd like to see more exercises that I suggest for hip mobility and strength, just check out this next video and let me know how these exercises worked for you.